It's funny that you say that because I feel like I learned a lot of it from when I moved in with you and Greg. Because I mean, I've always been like an anxious person, and so I'm always kind of worried that I'm not doing things right until like I think I moved in with you and Greg at Eaton Place and learned that my parents have always like kind of pushed me to like be that person that isn't so worried about who I am or who I'm not. Um, but in high school, I think it is like the pendulum swing of like in high school I was so worried about like who I was, and I was like thinking, I was telling Matt last night, like I just wanted to be a good person, and so I would like just do these things that like were good person things, but I hated them, and like I loved that I hated them, and the fact that I was like the fact that I hated what I was doing, but I was doing it to be a good person somehow made me a better person. And so I was like doing all these things like to be a good person when I think like I just needed to sit down every once in a while with myself and just like be happy with that. And so I think it's like kind of a pendulum swing of like, man, yeah, I don't work out, which I probably should work out. like, but I'm like just, I think that, like I've told you before, I think the work of my 20s, the mental work and the spiritual work is just gonna be figuring out how to love myself the way that I am now. And then also I think I need to introduce like growth that I think like you're like really good at, and like discipline, and like striving to be a better person. But yeah, it could even be the work of my life. It'll probably be the work of my life figuring out how to love myself. But
It's so
but
true.
that's everybody's story, isn't it?
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah, I love the um yeah, I love that point of view that you have on that, because you can decide to do things like discipline and the things
Mm-hmm.
that
Yeah.
make us all, that enhance our ego, that make us feel better about
Yeah.
ourselves. We can decide to do those things in a good way and in a bad way. And so you can use that negative, I'm not good enough
Mm.
until I do this.
Yeah.
Or you can look at yourself like you, like I believe that you're, when like I believe that you do, is it's okay that I just like spent this last 2 hours
Yeah.
walking around, being on the being on the porch, coming back inside, playing a
Yeah.
little guitar. Like you, that's what you do, and
Yeah.
it's okay. I'm good. I'm inherently good
Yeah.
as a person. Um, and then taking that step forward like that, and it's like I don't need these actions. I don't need these things,
Yeah.
but that they are good for me.
Yeah. Definitely.
It's not, they're not making me good.
Yeah. Exactly. They would enhance my like just my happiness and joy, and like serving other people. I think is like the I think the whole purpose of our being is to just give ourselves to another person.